grande en el Alamodome.
Y ayer pues me llegó ya pues al tope al ver que el señor Nonito Donaire le dijo a mi señora que hablaba mierda.
That's okay with me, but I'm gonna do the things I do in the ring.
Y a pesar del play,
Knockouts with only one defeat, and he is undefeated over the last 10 years and has won 26 consecutive fights in a row. From General Santos City, Philippines, the four-time world champion, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
He does it, he hasn't done it.
Round one begins, and you heard what Donaire said about wanting vengeance for what he saw as disrespect at the news conference. I don't care about the belt. I don't care about the money. I just want to knock him out.
Only 12 pounds. Unlike years back when it was like 126, next stop was 135. So to move from one division to another is really not that much nowadays.
Our measurements found Donaire to be 5'6" and Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. 5'5.5". So officially, there's only a half-inch height difference between the two, and that's pretty much the way they look at it. One of the things I love about Donaire, Emmanuel, is his clear focus and concentration. The way he always has his eyes fixed on the target, and he takes his time. He's patient.
That's a very good part, Jim. A lot of people underestimate the value of the eyes, concentration, keeping your balanced position. He does everything perfect. He's always at great position. He does punch. Donaire waiting on him to try to counter punch. So he's a little leery whenever he does throw a punch that he's going to get caught with a counter punch.
In terms of foot movement and stance, Donaire's in a boxing mode, but he's throwing punches like Sonny Liston. This is left hook by Donaire. His best punch, or at least so it appeared against Montiel.
This looks like the 13th round of the last fight, when some family situations, including the murder of his father's grandchild, forced him to make another decision. And for the first time around in his late teens, he got into the ring, and his father made him work out for a year and a half before he allowed him to have a fight.
He threw turning punches in the first round. He's fighting a very conservative, laid-back fight. I think he's intending to try to step it up as the fight goes on. But also, he's having a problem with the fast counter punches, particularly of Donaire whenever he does punch.
Slip. And you saw Vazquez mugging at Donaire after mid.
There's actually a little mark under the right eye of Donaire.
Like a mouse. Another hard left-hand body shot. I haven't heard much about Donaire as a body puncher, Emmanuel, but he throws to the gut with passion.
Yeah, he punches, which he's going to have to pretty soon because he's getting behind on points. He's going to leave himself open to get caught with power shots more.
Donaire on the belt line with the body shot. You saw between rounds that he's trained by one of the rising prominent trainers in the sport, Robert Garcia, out of Oxnard, California. Garcia wasn't going to become one of the most illustrious trainers in the sport with fading talent. So in the first two rounds, Vazquez has not really made the effort to be on the same page with Donaire in terms of punches thrown and landed. He's waiting.
You see Donaire start jab, but he's not really driving hard jabs. He's trying to get Vazquez to start jabbing back at him. And as soon as Vazquez starts get into his jabbing game with him, then he tries to sneak a fast right hand over top.
It's a different look. Earlier in the round, dropping his hands. And he rips Vazquez with a left hook lead. And there was a perfect example. Can he finish him now?
He's trying to land that uppercut through the center.
Yes, it's going to take an uppercut if Vazquez is going to guard that way. Vazquez gets out of the corner and kind of grins. As if that's a victory. Well, we always talk about how you get hurt most by the punches you don't see coming. I think Vazquez was looking for a jab, and when Donaire ripped him with the lead left hook, he wasn't ready. Another great body shot. Dance.
Because he springs from his leg, uses his full balance and with it from his legs. Same way that Nassim Hamed used to punch.
Yeah, that was a little bit like Prince Nassim. Donaire 14 out of 40 in that round. Vazquez 3 out of 25. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim, I got a 3-0, 30-26. Nonito Donaire. Jim, I gave him an extra point in round 3 when he almost knocked out Vazquez. But I got to tell you.
There's a mouse under Vazquez, his left eye now. Vazquez is starting to land this jab as Donaire acknowledges by nodding at it.
Donaire, he gives off the vibe that he really wants to make
Vazquez.
Vazquez, sorry.
These uppercuts are short, tight, and hard.
Yes, it's, you know, the more that Vazquez starts opening up and punching back, the more he's going to get caught. Even when he lands a punch, he doesn't land with the authority or the speed that Donaire lands his punches with.
Double jab, right cross combination from Donaire, so fast. Vazquez, pretty good fighter, keeps sticking that jab in there, getting a little bit more resolute in this round after having been out of the first 3, but it's another left hook from Donaire. 59 out of 179 in the first 4 rounds, 29 out of 119 for Vazquez in power connects so far, and we spoke to you before the fight about Donaire's move to more power punching. He's landed 43 power punches in the fight, Emmanuel, to so far only 5 for Vazquez, who hasn't really tried many.
They're talking about his very style, but the difference is even Martinez, good as he doesn't score that kind of knockout the way that this man, outside of the Paul Williams fight, he's not that devastating a puncher. This guy is tremendous as a puncher and a showmanship type fighter.
Hard right hand by Vazquez, his best punch of the fight so far. Right hand onto the cheekbone of Nonito Donaire.
Vazquez to come in, he's enjoying that. He wants him to come in and give him more opportunities to counterpunch.
When he parries with that right hand like that.
I like that. It reminds me of the old-time fighters where they use a shoulder and the right hand to parry and roll punches.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. still teaches it.
Yeah. Yes, he is, Larry.
Yeah, we mentioned that he's getting a little bit looser and more fluid on offense, more willing to throw.
If he wins this year, the way it's going, he's going to have 2 rounds at least. He's won consecutively. He's picked up his pace at the risk of being hit, but so far he's getting away with his shots.
So you would have given him the 5th?
I would have given him the 5th. I thought it was, some of those rounds would be like comparison rounds, but I would have given him the last round.
No question, Vazquez is becoming more comfortable in the fight, pressing forward offensively now.
A certain kind of uncertainty about Donaire on how to attack Vazquez. Bloody nose for Vazquez, by the way.
Just a touch of blood on the tip of his nose.
But I feel that Donaire's kind of like pulling him into throwing more punches so he can catch him going down the stretch. That's just my feeling.
It's 5 rounds, and Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Well, Jim, I get it a little bit closer. 4 rounds to 2, 58-55, Nonito Donaire. Jim, I think Wilfredo Vazquez won rounds 5 and 6 using that left jab. He's moving forward. He's walking Donaire down. He's landed a lot more. But here's the problem. Wilfredo Vazquez throws 1 punch at a time. Watch. 122-pound guy is 4-2 Donaire.
And Emmanuel, you were suggesting toward the end of the last round that you don't think Donaire cares much about having lost a couple of rounds because he's letting Vazquez come forward to set up counterpunches.
Yes, he wants him to engage more. I think he knows that his punching power is so much more than Vazquez. He wants to get him committed to standing toe-to-toe more.
Well, this is as toe-to-toe as you can get.
Going to do something new with you right now. For the rest of the round, we three commentators, Larry Emanuel and myself, will lay out while we listen to Robert Garcia in Nonito Donaire's corner, if, in fact, he hollers any instructions into the ring.
Boxed with him, fought with him. He hasn't begun this much to think about in a while.
And actually has won the last couple of rounds, in my opinion.
Hard left hook by Donaire, momentarily wobbled Vazquez. 22 out of 55 in the round. Vazquez 19 out of 64, but Donaire doubled Vazquez in connected power shots, and you saw the big left hook toward the end of the round that momentarily wobbled the Puerto Rican fighter.
Well, this is what Donaire wanted him to do, is to punch more, get exchanges with him, and not fight so defensive. That's what he wanted Vazquez to do. Now Vazquez is fighting the fight I think that Donaire
if this
wants.
pays off the way he wants it to.
He quit applying so much pressure and let Vazquez, so to say, get into the fight for a while. And right now, his punching power and accuracy is still, I think, too much.
Yeah, well, it certainly appears that he's not worried about being hurt by Vazquez. Although, as Harold pointed out, there's the subject of the right eye. Round fight while moving up in weight. He would be hardly the first ever to do that. That's happened plenty of times. Hard right hand and a really good body shot. Vazquez shaking his head as if to say, you can't hurt me. Excellent uppercut. Vazquez lands a jab. Body shot by Vazquez. Well, you're the one, Larry, who said farce seldom beats force. What do you think of Donaire mugging at Vazquez like that?
Wanted to roll out a roll of toilet paper.
He may not get the win, but Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. will get some respect
Vazquez
for having...
blocking him for the most part. He couldn't get through, and then both guys have a fairly high protective cup, too, when it comes up over the very...
Well, Larry...
There's found a left.
Good shot.
What a couple of punches. Tremendous uppercut, and the left hook to put him down.
And really, and all the time, Vazquez had his hand up. He found a hole between the gap. That's because of the very accurate punching power.
First time Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. has been down in his professional career.
And there we saw some signs of that quick-handed power. Round now. Sometimes it's smart to run from your troubles.
Wilfredo Vazquez, his only hope in the last 3 rounds is he's got to start throwing right hands. I mean, the whole fight, all he's doing is that left jab. He hasn't thrown a real right hand in anger, God knows how long. Now he's starting to come across with a right hand. He must have hurt me. He's got to throw a lot of right hands and try and, offset some of that point lead that Donaire's got. Donaire's definitely got an extra point around 9 for the knockdown. I thought
Donaire was very focused on trying to get a knockout, particularly having developed a vengeance motive against Vazquez Jr. as the result of what happened in the news conference this week. Will he be satisfied with a thoroughly effective win and having knocked Vazquez down? He should be, I think. He's moving up in weight. It's not an unappreciable factor.
No, but he's still going to go for that knockout, though. And the thing here, even though Vazquez is doing very well, he's just leaving himself open without leaving himself open. Just those short punches that don't have.
Another slight trickle of blood from the nose of Vazquez. Donaire's face shows punishment too now.
This is a tough fight for Donaire still too.
There's that counter left hook again. Vazquez through the right. Donaire nailed it.
Looked like they was exchanging hooks.
Donaire's been looking for a quality opponent, and to a certain degree found one tonight. He's been hit more in this fight than in any of the other 4 fights tracked by CompuBox. But we talked about him wanting to press for the knockout, and he's doing it right now, though with only a few seconds left in the round. Before I will let you go into the ring with somebody. Vazquez Jr. fulfilled the prerequisite, satisfied his father that he could do this, and the result has been an excellent professional career, including a world title.
And he's fighting a good fight tonight, even though he may lose his fight most likely. He's fighting a very credible fight that I would ever have to see if consider him one of the top fighters in the world at 120.
A lot of people think of Donaire as a relatively new star, but he's 29 years old. Hasn't lost a fight since his second professional fight back in April of 2001. So it's been nearly 11 years. Unbeaten over that span, knockout win over Victor Chinian, the tremendous knockout win over Montiel. As we mentioned, he's risen to the top 5 pound for pound of the fight, softening Vazquez up to try to produce the big knockout in the 12th? We'll see. Donaire dancing now from side to side. He's shown all the elements of his game tonight, Emmanuel.
Yes, he got hit with a few right hands, you know, along the way too, though. Vazquez did hit him with some right hands that he didn't counter. He just was hit with them.
Knocked
but I think
me
he's still
out,
shown.
or Vazquez for that matter. But you want to see him take on maybe some of the real featherweights out there and see what happens.
You know, I would like, even though he may not stay in that weight, I would love to see him in Gamboa, but Gamboa stayed there. That would 2 well-coordinated guys, brilliant amateur backgrounds.
He tries for a knockout
that
here.
would be a...
You know, Sergio Martinez lost considerable luster when he went 11 rounds and got his nose bloodied against Darren Barker. He also produced the late knockout that sort of redeemed it a little bit.
Look, expectations or even exceed them.
And for everyone who's been so excited about the prospect of what Donaire can do at featherweight, did his inability to knock out Vazquez raise questions at 122? Or was it?
Ivan Martinez scores at 117 to 110 for Nonito Donaire. Don Trella scores at 117-110 to the winner by split decision, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.